Hello guys, and welcome to 50 facts, tricks, things, random stuff about Minecraft you probably already know. Let's get started. For a 1x1 redstone elevator, simply do this design here. Redstone going to a block with a redstone torch on it. This can go at any height as long as the number of blocks you want to raise it by is odd. Like 1, and well, you get the idea. And I can flip this, and it turns it off. And it can go on forever and ever and ever if you want. Until you reach the block height. Just keeps on going. Ever sick of messing with that pesky ender dragon egg, never understanding how to pick it up? Well, now you know, because you can dig down 2 blocks, 1 under, place a torch, break the block, and the ender dragon egg is yours. Just don't place it again because you'll have to do it over and over and over again. But yep, with no armor on, if you are standing in between a block of glass or a block of endstone, both blocks will absorb almost all damage from TNT, because sometimes you will take like half a heart, probably. There are 2 secret horse species in Minecraft, which can be summoned with this command, and if you change the 3 to a 4, this command. This summons a zombie horse, which can be tamed and ridden, and it also summons a skeleton horse, which can also be tamed and ridden. And both of these horses make terrifying noises when you kill them. Contrary to popular belief, this is not the best way to make an elevator, because this is both slower and costs more wood than this does. This is the best way to make an elevator. It is faster, and you can save wood by not having to make that many chests. There are 6 mobs in the game that cannot swim without taking damage or sinking to the bottom. Slimes, blazes, magma cubes. They're too big, trust me. The little ones. Oh, little ones. They have to be smaller than their water pools. Enderman. Endermites. And silverfish. Try naming animals Dinnerbone. And naming sheep Jeb with an underscore. Both make great pets. So, since naming mobs also causes them to not be able to despawn, you can keep a nice upside down spider as a pet. This also works on creepers, zombies, skeletons, ghasts, and any other hostile mob you can think of. It is also a great way to keep a creeper as a pet. You can name them so they don't despawn, and then lure them into one of these. Oh, come on. This is not an easy task, just so you know. Mainly because of their pathfinding abilities. But you can always do it somehow. Also, one way of keeping a hostile mob as a pet is by trapping them in one of these, naming them so they don't despawn, and then locking them in, like so. And then you can break these, break this, and also, the best part is, they won't attack you, as long as you don't get too close. But yeah, you can have a nice, non-hostile hospital mob on display. But, just make sure none of your friends break the top glass. Also, killing mobs while they're on fire, or with fire, automatically cooks their meat. See? Cooked rabbit. Also, you can instantly cause a creeper to explode by lighting it with flint and steel. There are naturally spawning mushrooms on the roof of the Nether. You can get flying water by melting ice in the air. Also, if you ever wonder why that ice you're breaking is not turning into water, it's probably because it's floating. To make your own village, villagers won't willingly leave. All you have to have is a door with blocks around it and an enclosed area. And the villagers won't wander away. Not only do villagers talk to each other, but they'll also talk to you and sometimes mobs. Sometimes. Chickens can be fed any kind of seed to mate. You can make large spruce trees by putting 4 spruce saplings next to each other. You can also combine these trees together to make very nice giant Christmas trees. As long as you know where to put them. If you know the right commands, you can make any kind of jockey you want. Sick of your friend's ugly dirt house? Now you can destroy it with minecart with TNT, but without having a rail going all the way to it. Just stack up 3 minecarts. Don't do more than 3 because they might explode. And then, just simply destroy this block, and they'll magically travel by themselves. And then, like it was never even there. However, make sure there's no drops on the to his house, because it will explode on the first block it comes on impact with, horizontally and vertically. Iron golems and snow golems also cannot swim without taking damage or sinking to the bottom. However, iron golems can't drown. In any difficulty mode, from peaceful to hard, you can only fall maximum of 22 blocks. However, with a full suit of Protection 4 diamond armor and Feather Falling 4 on the boots, it is randomized somewhere between 55 blocks and 60 blocks. This right here is 58 blocks. Sometimes I die, sometimes I don't. Pressing Control while flying in creative mode will allow you to fly faster. This also works on horses. Sheep need grass to regrow their wool, but they can eat grass through snow cover, carpet, trapdoors, cake, and slabs. Since animals can pass through fence gates. Here are some safe and animal-free ways of getting in and out of an animal pen. If you really want, you can even use a door, because animals can't pass through doors. Unless you do this. He can get through now. So if you do use a door, place it like this. Now they can't get out. Bats are the only non-hostile mob that cannot be leashed. Come here, bastard. Get over here. However, every other non-hostile mob can be leashed. Even squids. Both ocelots and chickens do not take fall damage. See? This is ironic, however, because ocelots kill chickens. So if both were to fall off a cliff, the chickens would still die anyway. Just as long as there's no people around. Iron golems and wolves are also the only mobs that will become hostile in peaceful mode. However, wolves do no damage. And iron golems just kind of don't care. Both boats and minecarts have health. They both have 6 hearts of health, and boats take fall damage. If I can just push and get off. Minecarts don't take fall damage, however. If you want a sweet ride without being stuck to those boring old minecart tracks, or if you want to ride a pig but don't have a carrot, put a saddled pig in a minecart, and now you have your own car. But the only problem with this car is the controls are inverted. So if you want to go forward, you have to hold back. If you want to go right, you have to hold left. But it's still a very slow-moving car. That kind of works. Now, if you're thinking, why go through all this trouble? I can just use a boat, because boats move on land. Good point. If you want to go 5.5 inches per second, that didn't really... Yeah, just go with the pig. Pigs are so much cooler anyway. Woo! Full speed ahead! Charge! You move slower on soul sand that has ice underneath it than you do with soul sand that has ice that does not have ice underneath it. This soul sand has ice underneath of it, while this soul sand over here does not. The Ender Dragon is the only mob in the game with a gender. And it's a she, by the way. With this simple command, you can summon these guys, which have a very weird and complicated hitbox that I don't really know. I think it's the legs. Go for the legs. It's definitely the legs. Oh yeah. If you hit F3 and B, It will highlight enemy hitboxes, including your own. It's kind of confusing, but just go for the legs. Yeah, go for the legs. Speaking of going for the legs, if you hit an Enderman in the legs, it won't teleport away from you. But it will teleport if you use fire, so. Just to demonstrate. But up here it also shows what direction they're looking in, so that's also useful. Go for the eyes! The ending credits to Minecraft take 12 minutes 38 seconds. There's a greater chance that a spider will spawn with a skeleton on its back than there is that an egg will spawn 4 chickens. But there's also a greater chance that an egg will spawn 4 chickens than there is that lightning will hit a creeper. And while we're on that topic, if lightning hits a pig, it spawns a zombie pigman. This makes for a great duck pond game. Any kind of jockey. Wood buttons can be triggered by arrows, making them ideal for target practice. Hello guys, hope you guys enjoyed my video. If you did, please like and subscribe and do all the things that everybody tells you to do. But, well, not everything. I mean, like, YouTube stuff. So, for fact 100, I figured I'd go out with a bang. So, with 2 TNT, lots of redstone, a couple of the tricks I taught y'all today, and some fireworks, I did this. Yay! Fact 50! So factual. Now you have an arrow in your face. Fact 50, right there. Goodbye.